So today we are going to discuss the last unit of distributed system, that is distributed agreements. Very briefly we are going to discuss because most of the topics are very general and we will have a brief introduction of few of the important things. Uh, so we will start with fault tolerance. If it is a single machine, that is single machine system, then failures are all or nothing, but it may be with respect to operating system crash or disk failures. The disk may be your hard disk or some portable disks, or it may be some removable disks. So in a single machine the failure may occur due to the failure of operating system, or we cannot access the memory, that is the disk failure. In case of distributed system, uh, as we know, distributed system is made up of multiple independent nodes. So in that case, either the entire system will fail, all the nodes will fail, or there may be some partial failures, or the possibility of partial failures, that is some node fails. So uh, in single machine, if operating system crashes or disk fails, the entire failure of the system is there. But in the case of distributed system, it is different. That is, it may have some partial failures. Now the question arises: can we automatically recover from partial failures? Uh, can we automatically recover from partial failures? The important issue in this case is that since probability of failure grows with number of independent components, that is the nodes in the system, as the number of components in the system or the nodes in distributed system they grows, the probability of the failure or the rate of the failure rate, it grows. That is, we can define probability of failure is equal to probability of any one component fails, or we can define 1 minus probability of no failures. So if any of the one component fails, then also it may be a partial failure, or we can also define in another way, that is, if the probability of failure in distributed system is 1 minus probability of no failures. Fault tolerance. Now if some part of the system or some nodes are failed, then how we will define the fault tolerance? That is, by fault tolerance we means system should provide services despite of faults. The faults may be transient fault or intermittent faults or permanent fault. That is, it may be due to some transactions or in between faults, or there may be some permanent faults. There are certain failure models, that is the failures, type of failures and their description. In distributed system, the failure may be with respect to crash failure, type of failure. In this case, a server halts but is working correctly until it halts. Means the last moment the server is working correctly, but as soon as some failure occurs, the fault appears. Then another type of failures may be omission failures. Omission failure means a server fails to respond to incoming requests or it may be a server fails to receive incoming messages, or a server fails to send messages. That is, the omission failure may be a receive omission, or it may be a send omission. Then another type of failure may be a timing failure, that is the response time. The server response lies outside the specified time interval. It takes very long to respond, or it never responds. So it may be a timing failure, because timing is very important in a distributed system. Then response failure. Another type of failure may be a response failure. A server response is incorrect. That is, it gives the incorrect reply or incorrect response to the request, or the value of response is wrong. The server deviates from the correct flow of control. The flow of control may be deviated. So these type of failures may be value failure or state transition failure. As we know, the state changes in the system after every transaction, so it may be a state transition failure. Then arbitrary failures. The server may produce arbitrary response at arbitrary time. So we can classify the failures in these different type of categories. Agreement in faulty system. How should process agree on results of computation? If it is a k fault tolerant, the system can survive k faults and yet function. Assume process fails silently. Then in that case it needs k plus 1 redundancy to tolerate k faults. Byzantine failures. Process run even if sick, but in that case it produce erroneous or random or malicious replies. So it seems that the process is running, but the process is basically sick, and these type of failures are most difficult to deal with need, because a user does not assume whether the system has failed or it is working properly. So we need redundancy to handle such type of failures. So next we will see in the next lecture.